Bandwidth for this podcast is brought to you by Ideate Software. Be sure to check out all of their great Revit applications designed to increase your productivity.
Welcome to BIMThoughts, a podcast about BIM technology and techniques. How's that for a different kind of introduction, huh?
You're a star, Bill.
I'm somebody, aren't I? Man, I am somebody. Did you guys hear about that poor guy who passed away and was like right in between heaven and hell? And he wasn't quite bad enough to go to hell, and he wasn't quite good enough to go to heaven. So they gave him a choice. And so the two main guys, St. Peter, and I don't know who the devil guy is. I don't know if the devil actually brings you in or not, but we'll assume it's the devil. They talk to the guy and they say, you know what? You get to choose where you want to go. He says, well, can I check out each one before I go? He says, absolutely. You can spend 3.5 days at each place. He says, great. So poof, he goes up to heaven for this 3.5 days, and it's tranquil and it's fluffy clouds and harp music and everything you would think it would be. And after the 3.5 days, he was kind of bored. And so poof, he goes down to hell, and there's a bunch of people there that he knows, and they're talking to him, and it's conversations are happening. People are playing golf, they're drinking, they're smoking, they're doing lines, they're doing all sorts of stuff there because it's hell. So after 3.5 days of that, finally gets back and says, all right, well, you visited each place. Which one do you like? He says, well, it's sad to say, but I think hell is much more fun, and that's, I think, where I want to spend eternity. He says, all right, poof, he goes to hell and fire and brimstone and all that other stuff, and he finds a devil and says, where's the golf course? Where's the whiskey? Where's all the stuff? He goes, oh, you saw the demo.
Well played, Bill. Well
played.
played.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You like that? You saw the demo. All right, you guys can use that in your day-to-day lives. Dana DeFilippi. Dana, God, why do I have such a hard time? Dana DeFilippi is with us, as well as Carl Storms, who's going to be a regular now, because we love Carl. And we love Dana as well, and she's going to be a regular.
Yay for regulars.
Yay!
Yay us. And Dana went to Spain.
I did. I went to Barcelona and Amsterdam. I went to the Netherlands as well.
Wow. So was it
wonderful.
just a vacation? Did you geek out on architecture and stuff, or did you just have a regular good time not thinking about work?
Gaudi is my favorite, so I definitely geeked out over some architecture. Yeah, I did.
Great. What was your favorite part, unexpected, that you didn't think you wanted to see when you got there, and you got there and I said, I am so glad I saw this?
Casa Batlló was
really
amazing. Yeah, it's just this little residential place, little apartment building. And it's just absolutely incredible. But it's a very, very clean city, Barcelona. Mm-hmm. It's the people are nice. They have some really wonderful markets. They have the water. They have this old Gothic area in town. They have everything, it seems like.
Really?
They have great wine. They have great food. Yeah.
They have wine and food?
Oh my gosh. Well, great wine and food. I mean, that's different.
Great wine and great food.
That's like €3, which is like $3.50.
That's like nothing.
Yeah, it's pennies.
Yeah, what the heck?
Or $6 if you're in Canada.
Yeah, why is Olive Garden $100 every time you go now?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
So I have a question. I will be in Valencia, Spain in October for Built Europe. I plan on flying into Barcelona first and heading down. So if I had 2 days in Barcelona, what should I not miss?
Actually, this sounds really nerdy, but I would get one of the city passes. They actually have a few of them. And with the City Pass, you can do either 1 or 2 days, and you can do the hop on, hop off bus. You can get access to a few of the museums, and you can go to the Picasso Museum.
Mm.
It has quite a few, and there's also the Park Güell. The Sagrada Familia is just absolutely incredible. You have to do that.
Of course.
But all of that is usually included in the City Pass. So I would just be the ultimate tourist and do that, which is what I did.
I'm all for that, and my wife will be along as well. So we need to hit some of the stuff that's not so geeky, architecturally laden. So I heard the Picasso Museum in there. That would definitely fit the bill.
Yeah, they have La Boqueria, which is a market. Absolutely incredible. Really good. It's like an outdoor space, outdoor market. Really, really cool.
Awesome.
So Carl, I would recommend you get 2 City Passes then.
Yes, that is correct, Bill. This is why we keep you around, because you're good with the math.
That's right. I'm good with the maths.
Nice.
Nice. Well, Revit 2020.2.1 is out.
It is.
And we were one of the lucky ones that had the issue with the 2020.2.0, where it slowed the models down to a crawl. And it seemed that the 2020.2.1 solved that problem, which is making us very happy because now we can upgrade to that. So thank you, Autodesk, for getting that up and going for us.
And thanks, Autodesk, for not releasing a new version of Dynamo, too.
Yes, that was very nice of them.
Well, I guess not nice and nice. No disruption, but nothing new, right?
It would be nice if the versions for the same year always kept compatibility.
Yeah.
That would be great.
It would be.
It'd be wonderful. Because as we're learning, Dynamo is now like in. It's no longer a boutique thing to know. It's everywhere. Where in fact we just hired a Dynamo expert at our company, LPA, and he's getting all the Dynamo stuff put together. And I'm working with our deployment software. We use PDQ Deploy to deploy everything, which is a great piece of software. If you don't have PDQ Deploy and you need something to help you run your deployments, get that. It's wonderful.
If not just for the name alone.
But if you have something that's working for you, then keep that. If you have something that isn't working for you, then look at PDQ Deploy and you'll be happy you did. So I have a PDQ script now that looks at the C drives of the machines, find out who the users are that have logged into that, and then copies all of our standard Dynamo graphs and packages and all the other settings and the player stuff and everything. So now our Dynamo expert does his stuff, vets it, makes sure it all works like you're supposed to, like a good boy, copies it up to that location, hits the script in it, pushes it out to everybody. And poofo magico, everybody's updated and happy and dynamoing.
Now, is everybody updated, Bill? We've been running into the issue where if a user hasn't opened Dynamo yet, they don't have a local file or a folder, right? They don't have that Dynamo folder in their app program data.
Makes the folder.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
See, that's fantastic right there.
I'm using my kidneys.
That's fantastic.
It is fantastic.
It is fantastic if, and there's always an if.
Of course there is.
I have a wonderful little program that our friend John Pearson got me onto. It's a free uninstaller thingamajigger. And it's great. Gets rid of all the registry edits, all this stuff, so it does like a clean uninstall with a click of a button.
Sure.
The downside is that it isn't smart enough to understand that if it needs to uninstall something, that it doesn't necessarily, or that it shouldn't necessarily just delete the folder. So if I use it to uninstall something where it happens to be an app that was been an add-in for Revit or Dynamo or whatever, it just deletes that add-in folder. So therefore all of my, let's say, Revit 2020 add-ins no longer work. They're still installed, they're still there, but that one little folder that's in the registry that says, hey, this is where it goes, it doesn't work, so they have to be all uninstalled and reinstalled. Pain in the butt. one of those tiny things where it seems like it's super smart, but
Mm-hmm.
it causes headache and heartache in the background.
I think there is a way in the command line to, yes. So you can use reg delete. You can search for reg delete 2 words,
Mm-hmm.
and use the Microsoft Doc, and it'll tell you from the command line what you had to type in to delete a registry value.
Cool.
And the only challenge with this is if it's a local machine value, it'll work great. If it's a current user value, PDQ would work because you can run it as a current user, but it wouldn't. You'd have to get a way to find all of the different users' IDs that are in the registry in order to delete them all from the current user. So depending on where your reg values are, if they're in current user, then it's a lot harder. If it's in a local machine, then it's fairly easy. You can use this reg delete.
Well, I think the lesson that we learned from this little line of questioning and answering is that sometimes something that seems like an easy one button fix really isn't. Bad Carl. Bad Carl.
Carl, look on your keyboard. Is there a button there that says easy fix?
Well, I have this red tape that I put there that says it, but I don't know if it's factory installed.
No, that doesn't work. Red tape doesn't work. You have to use white tape.
I hate the red tape. Hate the red tape.
Or gaffer's tape.
Keeping on topic with
Yes.
uninstalls and with Dynamo, did either one of you happen to see the tweet and or LinkedIn post from Gordon Price today?
I did not.
No.
Pragmatic Parax. He did, and the thing is monster. It's a blog post from his company site about uninstalling Dynamo and the little foibles you run into. But he covers from 0.6 every version up till now. So for anybody that has to do anything with installing, uninstalling, and doing like image installs of Dynamo, you must check out that blog. It's called Down the Uninstalls Rabbit Hole Installment 3 Dynamo Uninstalls. So
you're going to have a link to that in the show notes?
Absolutely.
Look at that. Cool. I'll have to check that out after we record to learn all about it.
100%. Or Hundy P, as I'm told the cool kids say.
Or 100 in red ink with an underline emoji.
Wow. I think we are the cool kids. Clearly.
We are the cool kids. If you add the word emoji to the end, you instantly become cool.
I'm not going to admit that I am a millennial, but that's okay.
You're a millennial, yeah. See, you don't have to add the word emoji because you're in the know.
I think she just called us old, Bill. I think that's what just happened there.
Well, I don't know. I felt like there was a little bit of young shaming happening. So
no, it's us old people making fun of ourselves.
Noted.
We don't want to lose that demographic.
Absolutely not.
No.
We need to keep all 7 listeners.
Right, all 7 of them. Maybe we'll have 8 after this episode. Who knows? All right, so Dynamo is now becoming the norm. We've figured that out. That dawned on me at the last Build conference because there were no beginning Dynamo classes. And the Dynamo classes you went to, they assumed you already knew Dynamo. And so,
would you take a beginning Dynamo class, Bill?
Would I take a beginning Dynamo class?
Or beginners? Yeah.
Yes, I probably would. And the reason I would take it is not because I want to learn Dynamo, is I would like to learn how to teach Dynamo better.
Yeah, no, totally. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. So yes, I would take a beginning Dynamo class if I was in charge of teaching Dynamo. Absolutely. You?
Yeah, I actually have taken some really wonderful beginner Dynamo classes that have helped me teach.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true. I was going to say a Hundy P, but I can't pull it off. But it's absolutely true, and I think all of us have donned the stage at conferences like AU and Built to speak, and I think it makes you go to any session beginner Dynamo, beginner Revit, beginner whatever you're taking session, and look at them with a different lens. Because not only are you engrossed in the topic that's being taught, but you're looking, how did he get that cool PowerPoint effect? Oh, that's a great trick. Oh, that's a good way to warm up the audience, etc., etc., etc. So you're looking at it from sort of two perspectives: the content that's being shared and how the content's being shared. Or maybe that's just me.
So how are your friends at your office learning stuff nowadays? Are they YouTubing it? Are you teaching it? Are they LinkedIn Learning? What are they doing?
We have all those resources, but no, we have an internal course, that we can actually take for Dynamo, Grasshopper.
Uh-huh.
We have a whole brochure of them that people can take. We offer recorded sessions as well as live sessions, but we also provide LinkedIn Learning classes, and I think that is a really nice addition to have with any firm to provide that. Or I guess it's Linda LinkedIn Learning, the same right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I think that's really wonderful. But also YouTube is amazing. And I do find myself, if people ask me for resource, that's usually the first place that I go to try to find them something that's at least accessible and easy for them to get to and easy to follow. Everybody knows how to use YouTube.
Yes, everybody should know how to use YouTube. And they should go and look for a YouTube channel called Read the Factory Manual. It's a great channel. Hours of good stuff on there.
Totally.
So I'm trying to find all the new features that are in 2020.2. And it looks like Dynamo node filters for steel connections are there. Don't know if we'd use them, but they're there. Better navigation and fly mode. Have you tried that out yet?
No. Do people still use fly mode in Revit?
I have no. Well, they must. They've got a better one.
Yeah, I guess.
So let us know in the comments somewhere if you use fly mode and if you like fly mode. What else is there? Expose internal point of origin. What is that?
Gotta talk about that one.
All right, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
So exposing the internal point of origin. Tell me all about that, why I should care.
Reason why you should care is the thought behind it was a good thought. The idea that you now see the internal point of origin in more than just the site plan. You can see it everywhere. And if you're working in something that was created in 2020.2 or newer, you can control it very easily. However, if you're working in anything that was created pre-2020.2, it automatically turns it on in every single view, and there is no way to en masse turn them off. So you get Dynamo absolutely can do it, and there was a couple posts from Steve Stafford
thank goodness for him
about going through and getting it done. And then of course 60-second Revit John jumped in, and then they took it one step further, and John and Aaron from Parallax created this free app that you can download, and it's very simple. It's like the easy button, the red tape. It's one click and it turns them all off, and then you can go back in and manually turn them back on with your visibility graphics in the views where you require it.
It's great, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
But no, I think that, it's a very, very important note, because anybody who upgrades to 2020.2.1 is going to see this origin everywhere, right? In every single view.
Correct.
Luckily, if you Google it, why do I see this origin everywhere? I'm sure that you'll be able to find a lot of resources, including the resources that Carl's referring to. But I'm sure we're going to post it down in the bottom, right, guys?
Correct. We'll add to the show notes the string of posts from Revit Op-Ed from Steve Stafford, and we'll also post a link to the free add-in from Parallax team that is in the Autodesk App Store, and it is called the Super Duper Interior Origin Hidifier.
Oh, the Hidifier.
But you got to get it's Super Duper Interior Origin
Super
Hidifier.
Duper.
Yes.
I'm surprised they just didn't call it Fluffy Sheep.
Maybe that's the next one.
Maybe the next one would just be called Fluffy Sheep.
But so that was a big one. Well-intentioned, but as most things that are well-intentioned, there were some consequences for older projects. And I don't know about you guys, me from the consultant side, but everybody is instantaneously working on the most current version. So when 2020.2 came out, everybody just had brand new content on 2020.2s, correct? That's the general work.
Oh yeah, we all upgraded all of our templates and rebuilt them all from scratch. Absolutely.
Yep.
No,
Everything's from that version.
Yep.
everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. So we've talked about the pain in the buttness of the exposed internal point of origin, other than the name. What's it good for? Why would we want it? Who would use it, and why would they use it?
So you've never had a cause or a reason to have that internal point visible somewhere other than just in the site plan?
I'm trying to throw a softball.
Well, it was always that kind of invisible thing that you had to almost go back to the AutoCADs and draw a line at 0 and import in the internal origin so that you could find that thing.
Right.
But
So is it for shared coordinates? Is that why we use it, or is it just so people know where 0, 0
it's
is?
the Revit internal origin that before was completely invisible. So then now they've just given it some visibility so you can see it.
Right. So do we want to draw a 20-mile circle around it so that we can make sure we're within it? Or is it 5 mile? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it's 20 mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still need to do that. Yep. Make sure our consultants aren't giving us huge CAD files and the whole
Well, the civil engineers, they're at a different plane.
They are. They are indeed.
Bill.
Just the state of things. So easier editing of electrical circuit and panels. That seems cool if you do that sort of thing. You can edit, looks like you can edit directly from the schedule view.
That's very interesting. I've actually been working a lot with the electrical engineers on automating a lot of this stuff in Dynamo.
Oh yeah? Tell me more.
So from the riser diagram, which is a bunch of detail item families that contain a bunch of really smart parameters about voltage and MCOs or MLOs and MCBs and all the good data that riser diagrams need. It also says what level they go to and all that good stuff. Basically, I just grab all those detail items and automate the process of creating the three-dimensional elements. And then at that point, once the three-dimensional elements are placed, I can create the panel schedules. And once the panel schedules are created, I can place some spares in there. They usually use about 20% spare. But I've had to been getting into the Pythons. So I wonder whether this 2020.2.1 will help at all.
I don't know. Something to look into now that you're looking into it.
Too, indeed.
There's a 1 minute and 2 second video on it to learn more about on the Autodesk site, which is on the autodesk.com/product/revit/new-features.
One thing they also noticed or in here pointed out is that in some cases Dynamo will not be visible within the Manage tab anymore. And that actually happened to me after I got 2020.2, so the previous update. Luckily, it didn't happen for me in the 2020.2.1, but it actually gives a solution here of how to restore it, which is nice.
How do you do that?
It says to restore Dynamo, replace the Dynamo Revit ds.sig, the SIG file.
The FIG file. The
FIG file. SIG, S-I-G, S as in Sam.
Oh, Sam. The SIGIN file.
And the Dynamo Revit version selector.sig in the following location. So it basically tells you that you have some missing files.
Oh, so recopy those and Pufo Magico starts working again, or just delete them?
It says replace them in the C program file location.
Oh, okay. So I could push that out as well with the PDQ deploy.
Because you are all powerful.
I am all powerful PDQing. What else is new and exciting in the world of BIM?
Yeah, I feel kind of like a party pooper. I've been pooping on all the Revit hot fixes and stuff, but
we gotta know the good, we gotta know the bad.
yeah. Well, I don't want to be a party pooper.
Okay, well, stop being a party pooper then.
Yeah, hopefully I'll bring something good to light with this electrical stuff you're talking about, Bill.
Okay, I'm excited to hear it,
Me too.
and I'm excited that you may share it.
I hope to.
I hope so too.
Maybe if we can get it to record, then we can push it out.
Yeah, if we get it to record more than 18 seconds of audio, maybe we could push out another Dynamo Thoughts.
You got it.
All right. Well, we've had enough techie for today. I'm sure you have as well. Coming up, we have lined up a few special guests. So don't be scared. It's going to get back to the regular Dynamo Thoughts, learning about new people thing. We're going to have the polar bear on himself, Dan Stein. And
we are going to have a Gabe, CEO of The Wild, talking about the VR and really immersive platform that they've come up with, The Wild. Great guy. I met him at Advanced Computational Building Design last year in Chicago, and then once again we ran into each other at AU in Vegas this year, and excited to get him on the show and hear about the cool things that they're doing with VR.
Me too. I am excited as well. It's going to be great. It's going to be fabulous. And we're going to be working on getting some people from the talk, getting some people that are knowledgeable in knowledge management. So I'm going to try to get some of those people on as well so that we can learn how to teach other people how to do things and how we can make all the stuff we do better and document it and all that other good stuff. So I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
Sounds fun.
Any final thoughts?
My thoughts are empty.
Your thoughts are empty.
I've shared all my thoughts.
Great. Well, then that means we've talked about everything we need to talk about today. Well, everyone have a great day wherever they are, and we will talk to you again real soon.